I think she thought that there was a media timeout called. It wasn't, so Wyoming ends up with the basketball. Here's a 3-ball, left wing, and that is buried by Dickerson. Here's Summers. It's over to Brown, and Brown puts up a shot off the heel of the rim, won't go. Tonga, back to Summers. Olelainen scores again, and Wyoming up 45-21. Here's Skro, baseline left drive, and leaves the floater short. And then Stella Skro draws the foul. I think it's on Fertig. It is on Fertig. That's her second. Here's another look. Yeah, Fertig was over the back of Skro there. Simmons to initiate from the baseline. It's back to Simmons. Skro, step back three, swished home. So Stella Skro gets a triple for the Spartans. That's been one of the things working on the offensive game for them this evening. 3 for 4 from downtown. Peterson holding. Now here's Olelainen, left-handed dribble. Forces the shot up off the window and in. The rim with a lid on it as we're out of the break. Wyoming back in possession. Fertig spinning to the left elbow. Mellema holding. To Barnes, right of the point position, left-handed dribble. There's a left elbow jumper, and that's buried by Olelainen. Shot clock has been turned off. 10 seconds left in the third. The Spartans are 4 of their last 5. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Olelainen, scoop to the hoop, she scores. 63-48, and the horn sounds to end the third, but San Jose State rim. Simmons has her 3 blocked. Peterson on the loose ball. And now Wyoming will hold. Just over 3 minutes to play. Well, Wyoming holds for a little bit, and then they decide to put it back in. Peterson is there. And Wyoming now up 20, 75-55. Wyoming calls a 30-second timeout. And I would imagine that this is to get some of their reserves in, with 3:12 to go in the fourth quarter. Peyton Muma will be one of the players to come in for Wyoming. We'll see who else comes in for the Cowgirls. Well, this is an important game for Wyoming. They are a game back of New Mexico. Pardon me, half a game back of New Mexico, and a full game back of Colorado State, who they lost to their last time out. Colorado State, as of now, has that tiebreaker. Wyoming in the 4th position in the Mountain West Conference. You want to stay in that top 5 to get a tournament bye in the first round. Law, bounce pass to Tonga. In the middle of the restricted area, forces up the baby hook, it won't go. And then Skro turns the ball over. Well, it's been a frustrating night for San Jose State, and it gets more frustrating. Well, it did get more frustrating. It looks like it's a foul on Wyoming, away from the ball. Offensive foul on Maddie Simmons. So Wyoming has brought in their bench. Caroline Lundeen is in. Logan Alvar also in. You've got Simmons. Here's Tonga one-on-one with Alvar. And Alvar fouls Tonga. So we'll reset who's on the floor for Wyoming. It's Alvar, Muma, Simmons, also Lundeen, and Olilainen. For San Jose State, they've got Scro out there with Simmons, Amaya Simmons that is, Finau Tonga, Riley Waugh, and Sydney Summers. And the first free throw off the mark from Tonga. San Jose State, barring a major turn of events, they will end up falling to 2-7 in the conference, as the second free throw from Tonga is good. They will also fall to 9-13 overall on the season. Maddie Simmons takes it across the timeline. Now here's Olilainen to the right side, and Muma. Olilainen, baseline drive, can't get the shot to go. Waugh on the rebound. Amaya Simmons to the front court. She's got 21 on the game. And make it 23. She buries the turnaround jumper and is fouled. So score it and send her to the stripe. Amaya Simmons, 23 points on 9 of 20 shooting. One of the few bright spots for the Spartans tonight. And she buries the free throw. 24 for Amaya Simmons. (75-59), Wyoming leads San Jose State. Under 2 minutes to play. And Simmons bowls over Riley Waugh. No foul called. It is a miss for Wyoming either way. San Jose State, after tonight, they will go on the road. Here's Summers. The layup does not fall. And Alvar on the rebound for Wyoming. They'll play at Fresno State on Saturday. And then they'll be at Air Force on February 5th. So it will be a while before the Spartans come back to the Provident Credit Union Event Center. Just over a minute to play in the fourth. Summers, the three. Swish. Sydney Summers gets the bucket from long range. Wyoming takes it across the timeline, 75-62. And walking right into the lane and scoring, it's Olilainen. And Sydney Summers, after she made that three, appears to be in some discomfort. And walking right into the lane and scoring, it's Olilainen. And Sydney Summers, after she made that three, appears to be in some discomfort.
Side of the backboard, and the Cowgirls will bring it up. Olilainen, the lefty, goes to her strong side. No good. Johnson pulls down the rebound. And Heaton will bring it up for Utah State. Heaton working one-on-one against Barnes. Throws it very high. Lotta fortunate using all of that 5'10" frame to keep that ball in bounds and keep the possession for Utah State. Stubbs one-on-one against Mellema. Mellema, good D. Stubbs has to get it over to Johnson. Johnson against Fertig. Johnson turns, fires, can't get it. Fertig with the rebound, her ninth. One away from another double-double. Olilainen, another three.
Not exactly sure why she was open in almost the identical spot, but the crowd is loving the New Year's 12 points for Ulilainen. Great pass by Melema. Here is the dagger from the southpaw. Second three this half.
It's inside. Here's Stubbs. Stubbs looking for a screen. She'll get it. Now going against Furtick. Going to her right. Kicks it out. Tarver with it. Tarver drives. Blocked by Melema. And here come the Cowgirls. 2-on-1. Ulilainen over to Peterson. Peterson goes up. Misses. Ulilainen with it. Puts it back.
Another added bonus when the Cowgirls can get out in transition. Definitely.
Barnes, now Ulilainen. Peterson kicks it over. Dickerson, she'll drive, kick it out. 7 on the shot clock. 3 ball, no good. So the Cowgirls 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. You mentioned it was a point of struggle against the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota. They'll look to improve that 3-point shooting. Here's Lotta. Kicks it outside. Heaton driving. Heaton goes up. No good. Gets her rebound. And contested and rebounded by Allison Furtick.
Yeah, getting to the paint. They're definitely showing a lot of fight. Getting right there at the point. She makes that first one. You know, again, it's a 3-point game. Gets the offensive rebound, then the length again in the paint in Wyoming. This is a place we talked about in the open. As far as keys to the game, dominating the paint, they have done so thus far. Now on the offensive end, haven't scored in the last 3 minutes, so Utah State, give them credit for battling defensively to keep this good offensive team from scoring in the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, just a 5-point lead for the Cowgirls. Here's a nice move, goes in, gets the roll.
As they say on the playground on that one, and one. Great job driving baseline with the left hand scoop on the right side. Takes a little contact. She might have even done a little dance after that one. Nice job ending the scoring drought, getting the ball, getting on a hard drive to the paint, and earning a trip to the foul line for an extra one and gets it to go. Rogers over at CSI.
11-point lead for the Cowgirls. Simmons. They're still looking for Furtick. They have not really been able to find her inside, so they've gotten scoring in other ways. Peterson, the big other way of scoring. Kicks it outside. Peterson, just a little short. 22 points for Peterson. Sen going against Furtick. Furtick disrupts and grabs the board. 7th rebound for Furtick. Furtick to go along with 8 points. Here's a corner 3, and Ulilainen knocks it down.
Crowd on their feet, loving that one to start the year. Lefty, great pass, another assist for Wyoming, the 12th in this ball game. Baskets while the clock is stopped with no defense. Doesn't go Utah State's way on this one. Heaton, a very good player out of Lehigh, Utah. Played at College of Southern Idaho. Was in the national tournament last year up in Casper, Wyoming, under head coach Rogers over at CSI.
11-point lead for the Cowgirls. Simmons. They're still looking for Furtick. They have not really been able to find her inside, so they've gotten scoring in other ways. Peterson, the big other way of scoring. Kicks it outside. Peterson, just a little short. 22 points for Peterson. Sen going against Furtick. Furtick disrupts and grabs the board. 7th rebound for Furtick to go along with 8 points. Here's a corner three, and Ulilainen knocks it down.
Crowd on their feet, loving that one to start the year. Lefty, great pass, another assist for Wyoming, the 12th in this ball game.
The last 3 games, they're averaging 19 assists. Here's Mellema, now to Peterson. Inside, Peterson. Nice move, great move. Can't get it to roll. Furtick gets the rebound though. Mellema keeps it from going over and back. Ulilainen drives, kicks it out inside. Furtick goes up and in.
More beautiful ball movement, touching multiple players' hands. Almost had a SportsCenter highlight. Got the rebound. Dishes it a few times for another.
Gets another steal.
Yeah, we talked about Coach Brooks and his program and what he wants to build here. And they have an opportunity. The good thing about this day and age of college basketball, the transfer portal makes it easy to acquire talent. And that's a talent right there. And she is opening up now as she has 14 points, 9 rebounds as they continue to find Furtick inside for some easy twos.
And it's been unselfish play too, because Ulilainen, she went in, she's made a couple of threes in this quarter, going in on her strong hand, the left side. But instead of taking a contested shot, finds Furtick wide open.
Yeah, that's what makes this team so good. They're so willing to share the basketball, and they love everyone being able to have a chance to be a part of the success. They don't care.
Previous 3 games, in the 81 field goals they made in those 3 games, they've assisted on over 70% of those makes.
So you're saying that's high?
I'm saying that's high.
That's very high.
And it's very unselfish.
Speaking of assists, that was a dime right there. The left hand pass out of bounds. Baseline drive, drift, and Dickerson with the 3-point bomb.
70 points now for the Cowgirls. They have opened things up in this 4th quarter. Here's Stubbs. And